Good morning, everybody. This is Courtney with Goats with Horns, partnered with Real Time Animal Rescue. It's Saturday morning here in Arizona at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary, and we are super blessed. We have a ton of volunteers this morning. That doesn't always happen at a nonprofit, but we're super glad that we have so many helpers here today. Over here, we have Thelma and Pepper. If any of you guys have followed our journey on social media, we recently had a fundraiser where Thelma and Pepper actually were married. So this is the happy couple over here in the grass hanging out. I'm about to go over and say hi. We have a visitor this morning on Instagram. His name is Hooves on the Highway. His real name is Adam. He volunteers and works with other sanctuaries transporting rescues. So, for example, let's say there is a goat or a pig or a sheep in San Diego and it needs to be saved, but nobody locally can save this animal. For example, maybe there's a sanctuary in Arizona that has room for this animal. He will go pick up that animal and drive it to its new destination. So I'm going to go over and say hi to him. He is helping out this morning. He's working on some chicken waters basically every Saturday morning, and oftentimes another day in the week as well. We have to scrub them all out really well just to make sure there's no algae growing or anything like that. So I think he's over there helping Teresa. So let's see. Go over and say hello to him. Okay.
So smart. And so to have them in horrible conditions, Yep.
All
I
right.
think the word deplorable works pretty well for it.
Okay, good morning, Adam. We're live streaming right now. I told them a little bit about you, just that you have an Instagram, Hooves on the Highway. Oh, we're gonna step over here out of the sun, and that you work with sanctuaries, kind of like you volunteer, and you also have transported animals from someplace you need to be rescued to a sanctuary that was able to take them in. So, do you want to tell us maybe a special rescue that stood out to you, or how you got started? Just anything you want to share.
I'll tell you the first rescue that I had.
Okay.
It was a baby goat. Her name was Dolly. Her name is now Bloom because Dolly was the vet name that they gave her. The person, Dolly had frostbite, so they couldn't sell her at an auction because nobody wanted to buy a disabled animal. The woman walked into the vet. The vet told me, she said, "Here you go." Put the goat on the counter and said, "Kill it for me." And the vet was pregnant. She had a soft spot. Plus, they don't deal with farm animals where I was. So I rushed in off a page called Lawson's Heart, which is run by Goats with Anarchy. And I ran to Brighton, Colorado, and I drove to Murrieta, California. It was about 1,300 miles.
Wow.
We did it in 18 hours because our race was to save her foot and make sure that maybe we didn't have to amputate. Not that there's not carts and prosthetics, but we wanted her to have a normaler life. And that trip changed my life from the minute I picked her up till the minute I dropped her off. Of course, like by the end of the trip, I was. And she's thriving now. She went from Murrieta, which is near San Diego, to Louisiana. Originally, my friend had a sanctuary. She had to rehome her animals because she was sick of wildfires, and she lived in wildfire country, and just very sketchy.
Really,
so I dropped Bloom off after this drive. We only stopped at State Line, Nevada, to sleep in my car. I had her on my chest after the bottle. She saw grass for the first time because it was -9 when she was born.
Oh my god!
And that's probably what happened to her foot.
Why she got frostbite?
She got frostbite. I mean, it's Colorado.
Yeah.
And she's the most well-traveled goat I know. She went from Denver basically to Murrieta to Louisiana, all within like 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
She's thriving. The other day, actually, she stood on her back legs, which we never thought would happen. She
Okay.
has goat friends. She has a horse friend. Her first friend was a tortoise.
Oh, how
Um,
cute.
and now the gal who I took her to is
Uh-huh.
my really good friend. She's actually the one who designed the logo for Hooves on the Highway. It's a little goat in the back of a Subaru that looks like a Land Rover because I drive a Subaru.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I have transported 4 goats. 3 were babies. 2 were back leg paralyzed. They were really sick. And I just did 5 pigs from Riverside, California, which is near LA, to Surprise, where they were going to another sanctuary.
Awesome.
So that was really fun. And now I'm on the sanctuary tour. I spent all of April going to sanctuaries, a little bit of snowboarding, all of going to sanctuaries. I went to a bunch. And then I found this place and another place, and I said, holy moly, this is right next to my grandmother. My grandmother lives in Mesa. She's 16 minutes away. So I said, I'm going to visit grandma. I'm going to see some places. I've followed Goats with Horns for almost my whole entire journey of being vegan. It was so 4 years, 3 years right after. And the rest is history. The trip that I took with Bloom changed my life in so many ways. It made me realize that I was meant to work with farm animals, specifically meant to drive them. I'm a good driver, and I know animal care. I've been in the farm sanctuary, not farm sanctuary, the farm sanctuary, the animal sanctuary community now for 4 years of my life. I've done some maintenance, but I'm not a maintenance guy. I am an animal caregiver. Thankfully, we recognize that. And each trip has been individually different in its own way. Losing animals is hard, but the fact that they didn't die alone was what we were, going for.
Yeah, unfortunately, with animal rescue, sometimes there are, ones that are maybe too far gone, and there's really nothing you can do other than be there for them, provide comfort and love, and so awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for helping us out here this morning. I'm gonna walk around, say good morning to a couple other friends, and then we're gonna go check on Plum, who's inside. So thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. So I mentioned Plum. Plum is one of our hens who she's been acting really broody lately. So basically she's been sitting around, not walking around, not really eating or barely even drinking. And sometimes hens will get like that when they're, trying to lay an egg, or, they may have an egg kind of stuck inside them. We're not exactly sure what's going on with her, but she was brought inside earlier this week, and she was given Epsom salt baths. Believe it or not, birds actually really enjoy baths. Good morning, Fernando. So basically, chickens only have one opening, one hole for going pee, going poo, laying eggs. There's just the one hole that they have. And when they have an Epsom salt bath, it kind of opens and relaxes things so that if an egg is stuck or there is, some sort of blockage, that can help. Oh, good morning. Hi, Poppy. Hi, Poppy. She's a chatty girl. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm going to go check on Plum now. So I went ahead and have Plum soaking. We're going to go ahead inside real quick, just say hi to her, and then I'm going to jump off so that I can dry her off and, get her little dog crate that she was staying in the back room all cleaned out. So if you're just tuning in, I'm here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary, and we just had a little interview with Adam from Hooves on the Highway. That's his Instagram profile. And he basically has dedicated his life to helping animals find a good home. So hi guys, he has driven multiple animals all over the country so that they can, find a sanctuary. For example, if there was, say, an animal that needed to be saved in California, but there were no local available sanctuaries. Hello. He has driven those animals to a sanctuary in another state. So, like I said, we're gonna go inside real quick, peek at Plum, see how she's doing, and then I'm gonna go clean out her bedding and everything like that, because I think we were originally gonna put her back outside today, but we think we're gonna hold off on that just because she's still acting real broody. So here she is. Here's pretty girl Plum. She's hanging out. I'm gonna dry her off now. She's been in here about 30 minutes. So hopefully her tummy and bowels and whatever is blocked up and whatever's going on in there can get a little loosened up, and we can have some healing vibes and prayers sent to Plum. That would be awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll probably do another quick live stream tomorrow morning. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day.